Alright, welcome back, guys. We are going to work on setting up our heat collection, I guess we're calling this. I'm setting up the making power here from our hot side of the cooler inside. So first thing we need to do is set up our custom gearbox here. I actually haven't used one of these yet in this series. So basically we need to wrench a gear on this side and on this side. That will then take our rotational power in from there and put it out here. And then that means we can put our dynamo here, which cannot take power in from the side. So the fact that it's next to that transformer isn't going to mean a thing. And that's going to save us a lot of loss, because if we put the dynamo where this is, it would be coming out here and we'd have to run the cables back there. So by doing this, it's going to save us a lot of loss. And I'm using this big ass cable because, well, I have it. And we're doing a let's see here. We're doing a steel boiler, strong steel boiler. So we're doing 256 steam a tick. And that is going into a steel, let's just bring up steam, it'll be easier. Taking that into a steel turbine, and that is going to be roughly 100 RU coming out of there. And so this cable is going to be way more than what I need. And then the dynamo, we may actually need a transformer for this, actually. Because if we put in anything from 64 to 128, it's going to put out between 44 and 88. And anything less than 64 is going to be lost. And we'll actually need a transformer here rather than this cable. So let's do a thing. How do we want to do this? Oh, I know what we want to do. This will be easy enough. We'll go downstairs and grab our sensor here, because we don't need it on here any longer. And we will stick this on that cable. And then that will tell me what we're getting out of it. And then we'll know if it's able to be captured by that battery or not. And let's go downstairs, because I have another little thing we need to get done here. And hopefully I've got enough storage for the fluids in there, because I still haven't got the tanks done yet. But let's go ahead and we need to turn this on so we can start making the steam, so we can start making the power. And then we have this here, which is an energy sensor, and we're going to put this on, oops, we need that block there, or at least a block there. So let's put that right back there so it does its thing. So we're going to put an energy sensor on that right there. So I need to go back upstairs where I can see what the hell I'm doing. And we're getting a pretty decent amount of nitrogen in here. We may have to deal with that. Anyways, we're going to put this on here, and that's going to tell us how much power is in that battery box. And then we've got to basically detect when it's at about half. I'm guessing. Yeah, we just filled up on nitrogen. I just seen that. Well, crap. Alright, well, we actually have something we can do with that. Nitrogen is density 1. So it's going to be the same as argon and oxygen. Ugh. I'm guessing that CO2 is going to be the bottom one. Let's check here. We actually can't put that there. We need a pipe. Give me a rubber fluid pipe. And I guess by doing this, this will tell me what this is. And it says that is empty. So we're not getting anything out of that. That has to be one of those 3. Okay. So this one. What are we getting out of you? That is our CO2. Alright. Let's get another fluid pipe here. This one. What are you? You're argon. We definitely don't want to lose you. You're one of the important ones. And you are the oxygen. So nitrogen is going to be way up there. Let me... Oh, I have scaffold on me. What the hell? Alright, so then we put that there. That's going to be our nitrogen. So if we put that there, that's going to void the nitrogen out for us. It's the other stuff we mainly want right now anyways. And that will continue to run. And now, what I'm planning on doing here is putting that on there with the controller here. And then we need to redstone scale down, redstone scale up. I guess down is fine. We want that to cover work when input is off, because right now it's turning off our power, and we actually don't want the power off right now. Problem is, I don't really have a whole lot of room here to do the redstone work that I'm going to need to do for this. Okay, so that's back connected. We have our power. We're filling up on our pressure here. I just need to see when this is full so we can check the electricity over there. And then I've got to decide how I'm doing the redstone work here, because that's going to be a bit of a pain. Let's go check the power, because that's the important part right now is how much we're getting. we're getting 57. So that's definitely not going to do what we need it to do. We're going to have to do a transformer there. So let's disconnect that so we're not wasting power, wasting all that. That means we can take this out, and we can take that out because it's not going to go in there. And that means we need a LV to MV transformer. I'm just going to set this right there for right now. And I have an LV to MV transformer. So we need one of these. And power is out of there. So we don't have to worry about how this goes in. We need it like that, because we want it coming the high side out. And this is in down mode as default, so we need to put it into high mode. High mode. I don't know who mode is, but we'll say hi to him anyways. And we do that, and now it's reversed. So now this will output MV from LV. So that'll take care of that problem. Now the only issue is we need to work out how we're doing the redstone here. I'm probably going to change where this cover is. Hey, there's a zombie over here. Hi. Go away. We're working here. How do I want to do this? Let me think about this. And I'll be right back. Alright, I think I've worked this out in my head. That what I basically need to do is make another one of these. A high-low RS latch thing. Because I can't have it just go open and close whenever it loses a little bit of power, because then we're going to have the issue we had with the tank up there, where it's going to cause lag going on, off, on, off, on, off all the time. So we need something like this, where it's going to go down to a certain number, and then that'll trip the switch and tell it to allow power back in from the main line, allow that to fill it back up, and well, no, that won't really work either, because we're going to have that power coming in constantly. So unless we put a battery box in that can dump its power when it gets full. That's an idea. Just make it to where instead of having this transformer go into the battery box, we could literally take the transformer out, put in a battery box that's LV, which is going to completely change the way we do this. We might not actually use the custom gearbox. I wonder. Okay, this one I think I'm going to go ahead and end now. Because what I'm thinking might end up being a bit much. And we may not be able to get this into the end of this episode. Because what I'm thinking is, just to give you guys a preview of what I'm wanting to do, is we would basically say this is our battery box that's going to put out power. Or, basically it's going to sit here. Or not there. It's going to sit there. So this will be our LV battery box feeding into our transformer, which would then output power. And the idea is that we would take that power that's coming out of there, and we would have two of these. One from the main and one from here, and it would just dump. It would turn off the main, turn on this side, dumping all of this power into that battery box. And then as soon as the energy sensor says it's empty, then it'll switch back the other direction. So the energy sensor would no longer need to be on here. It would be on the LV, and then I don't think I'd have to do a whole lot of redstone work. It would literally be on and off. So I think that's what I'm going to try to do, but we're going to build an example of it. I'm going to try to build an example of it. We're going to test it in here, or in there, or somewhere. So we'll do that in the next one and see if this is going to work. I'll get all the stuff built up, and I'll be back with you guys next time and see what we come up with. Have a good one.